created this video to explain the final project. Hopefully you can get this done with very little interaction between you and me. Starts out talking about the general directions. If you want, you can click on this hypertext and it will come up with a Word document that you can print out if you want. Write a program that will allow you to input a first and last name through separate input boxes. Requirements for the names will be the first name must be the first character must be a letter and must be uppercase. If both names are inputted correctly, it will display the results in a message box. Now, this is very specific, okay? I want you to create two different classes. The first one's going to be a container class that's going to hold just variables and constructors and modifiers and accessors, and then create a test class that will input this information into this container class persons. I would like you to copy all these directions and put them as comments right into your classes. Here's some very specific directions here. Okay, and once again, I would like you to copy these into your class to help you to develop this program. I'll review this in just a minute. Once again, here's the grading schema, okay? Notice 5 points for directions pasted in as comments. Don't forget that. 5 points for variables, 5 points for constructors, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, and here's your class test person, okay? Once again, make sure that you paste the directions into the comment as comments, okay? And then submit, of course, both of these files. I'm going to switch over to Eclipse now, and you'll see here's your person class, okay? And once again, be careful your package is the correct one for yours. You'll have to work that out. We'll have to, of course, import our Java X, data in there, okay? And once again, here's your variables, constructors, and modifiers. And notice how I've pasted these directions right from our directions, pasted them right in here. Once again, that's 5 points, okay? And then here's our test person, okay? Once again, I've taken and pasted the instructions right in here to help you develop your program. Once again, like I said, you want to main, get first name, get last name. You're going to loop in here with a while, okay? I created an example of this to kind of show you. This, of course, this is a little different. This is two numbers rather than two names, okay? But if you look at this one here, it kind of explains once again how to do it. Okay, I've taken and created a couple variables in here. Of course, yours are going to be strings, not integers. And of course, here's your constructor, okay, where you're going to be receiving a couple names rather than numbers, okay, strings rather than integers. Here's a display, okay, an example of a display with a dialog box, okay, a message dialogs box. And once again, yours is going to be very different, of course, than this because you're going to be displaying two names and maybe hello or something like that. And then once again, you're going to create a test names, okay? This one's for numbers. You can type this one if you want just to get used to it. Once again, notice how I paste in all the instructions, okay? And you're going to have rather than get first number, you're going to get a first name, aren't you? Okay. And rather than returning this, you're going to just be returning a string, aren't you? Okay. And same thing for this second part, okay? You're going to be able to just about copy and paste this into the second one to make that work. Hopefully this all helps. Good luck.